We're going to start in Caesar, our toe stretch. So we'll roll over onto your toes, tucking them under. If it's comfortable, you can sit back on the heels. Maybe you're away from them. Maybe you have something just in between, cushion or rug between the heels and hips. And we're going to close down the eyes. Just we're here for about 1.5 minutes. If you need to come out at any point, please do. Take a deep breath in and sigh out. Just letting the body and letting those toes gently just sink into the floor. Even noticing if there's any tension that you may be able to soften through the toes. Just make sure the teeth and jaw are soft. And just take a deep breath in and out. Gently ease forward. Either rest flat with the feet flat, or a counter stretch, just leaning back, either lifting one knee at a time, or maybe both, just to get a stretch down the front of the shins. And then coming up, and we'll come into a dragon. So we'll go straight into our most intense shape, usually needing more body weight to hold up. So if you've got blocks, or if you've got coffee tables, a wall to lean against, we'll bring the right foot forward first. That left leg adjust as you need, maybe sliding the knee backwards. And as always, we have the up dragon. Maybe you want to come down into that sort of down dragon, twisting dragon, where you just take the body out to the right, or that sleeping dragon where elbows are down further. And you can slowly move through as the time progresses. So when you're in that shape that feels right, we'll take a deep breath in and sigh it out, let the body release. If you've got a block under one arm, try to keep the hand under the shoulder. That just helps just keep that elbow locked and allows less muscle engagement to hold you up. As that body softens deeper into the stretch, maybe you're adjusting the leg at the front, maybe heel toe it out a little. Maybe that gentle tuck of the toe now at the back will just help engage the thigh a little, or a bit more. And even take some breaths into the belly, so really expanding the abdomen with the in-breath. So working here that stomach and spleen meridian, the Chinese medicine theory. So physically working the thighs across the hip, the psoas, which can hold a lot of tension because of our seated positions. But also in effect, in a muscular sense, there can be tension around that organ of digestion. So just helping to open that up. Just take a deep breath in and out. And we'll slowly come out of the shape, nice and slow. And we'll just lay onto your belly, your back or side, or even if you want to do a child's pose, it's up to you. Just letting that leg, letting the body just release that tension through that hip. Nice deep breath in, side out. And we'll slowly make our way up to the other side. So the other leg coming forward. So if you're working with us, bring that left leg through into a lunge. If you've got a chair in front of that right hip, it's a possibility. Or maybe you're just leaning on a wall or cushion, something underneath that right arm just to help the body stay upright. And any variation you're welcome to move into. So just aiming to get a stretch across that back hip, the thigh, maybe even gently up into the abdomen. And take a deep breath in. Sigh the breath to settle the body. And just checking face and teeth are soft. So minimal muscular effort engaged to hold the body upright. Nice deep breath in, side out. And again, slowly coming back. This time, lay flat on your belly. Just allow all the tissues of the legs just to ease and soften. A more neutral position. Either resting head on the forehead or head on the arms, rather. Turning the head to one side. Take a deep breath in. Sigh the breath out. And we'll come up to work with the Sphinx. So either your elbows under your shoulders on the floor, or you can elevate on something a little higher if you've got a rug or two blocks, as long as it's not too hard or heavy for the blocks themselves. Just creating that back bend. So even wriggle the hips, let the body settle and ease into it. Notice if the glutes are squeezing, try to soften the glutes. And just allow the head to be where it needs to be. Maybe upright for a little, maybe chin forward for a while, even a little bit of movement through the neck. And deep breath in, draw that oxygen into the body. Sigh it out to ease and surrender into the shape. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. And just gently ease yourself back to the floor, laying flat, head to one side or resting forward on the fingers. Then we're going to move into our groin stretch. So it's either the wide-kneed child's pose, or if you want to be near a wall, because we're going to move from this shape into our swan. So if you're by a wall, there's two ways you can do the groin stretch. Either the wide V shape, where you're trying to sit close, legs are wide, just letting the legs basically fall with gravity outwards, or you have the knees bent, feet are wide, and that's just another way. You can even have your arms resting on the knees just to add a little bit more weight. So depending on how wide the wall is, or maybe how the legs feel when they're straight. If you're doing it on the floor, just taking the knees nice and wide. The hips sit back to the heels, or anywhere along that continuum. Maybe the hips are higher in line with the knees, elbows down, or forearms flat, or even the arms forward. So aiming for the groin to be gently stretched here. So just like the toes, when we stretch the toes or put pressure on them, we activate energetically all the 6 main yin-yang Chinese meridian. And when we do the groin, we also activate those 3. So there's, well, the 3 in their pairs basically. So there's a kidney, liver and spleen inside here. They have their opposites as well, and in the more modern meridian theory, they're all connected. There's always one that has its matching pair. So in essence, helping a nice groin stretch or even the toe stretch can really help activate energetically through the organs, through these lines of energy that run through the body, from toes up to the head, and out to the arms. And take a deep breath in. Sigh the breath out. If you're against the wall, just either bring the knees or the legs gently together, just keep them up the wall. If you're on the floor, draw the knees in just for a few moments in a child's pose. Take a deep breath in and sigh the breath out. So if you're against the wall, we'll move straight into that figure 4 shape against the wall, or you can move here now. We will cross that right ankle over the left knee, going in for our outer glute external rotator stretch, using the swan or pigeon or the one against the wall. So if you're on the floor, the right knee's coming forward, you can really have something underneath that right hip. Left leg's going back if that's possible. The right heel might be able to move away from the groin, or you just lower the body and just explore somewhere in between that shape. And deep breath in and out. As always, we find an edge of the stretch. We don't have to go deep into a quite intense stretch. We can let the time dictate the body's movements or the body's ability to maybe sink deeper into a deeper position. And sometimes it's even good just to explore maybe moving the body, the torso out one way more than the other. A little bit different to how you may have done it last time, just to change the line of stretch, that tension of stretch. And so over time you develop sort of your own repertoire. You know which posture or which shape works best on those target muscles we're working. When we target those muscles, obviously we're targeting the energetics of the body as well. Nice deep breath in here. Sigh the breath out. And just roll gently away from that bent leg. If you're against the wall, just stretch the leg up the wall. Just aware of the rebound, awareness, just notice what arises. Thoughts, memories, sensations. And deep breath in. Sigh the breath out. Then we'll roll over to do the other side, so gently sitting up. If you're against the wall, cross that left leg over the right, or whichever leg you're working on. If you're on the floor, we're working the left. So as always, maybe this leg is your dominant leg, so it needs possibly less lift or less raise of that left hip. Maybe you want to have something higher under there. So find the shape that works, pulling gently into that left outer hip, sort of under the glute, the rotator muscles. That left heel could be close, maybe out from the body, away from the groin to get that sort of figure 7 or figure 4 shape. And just taking your time, letting the body move into the stretch on its own. So part of that cultivation that we're aiming for of awareness, of consciousness to what's happening in the body at any point, especially in the rebound, is More just about letting what arises to be there without judgment or criticism. And it's teaching us not to be destabilized by thoughts, by memories, emotions, and even by sensations. Learning to stay calm, staying balanced, and allowing what arises to be there in your presence. And with that observation, with consciousness, usually it passes. Usually a new wave of thought, a new wave of sensation, a new wave of consciousness will flow in. And just take a deep breath in, sigh it out. And we're going to just gently roll back straight into relaxation, Shavasana. Just letting the body soften and ease and surrender on the floor. So just doing that final check yourself, making sure the body feels relaxed. The head is lengthened, maybe resting on a pillow, towel or rug. The arms out to the side or elbows bent, resting, hands on the body. The teeth and jaw are soft. And the head and torso, the hips, the lower back, releasing. The legs are heavy and releasing their strength. very gently returning awareness to the body. Start to deepen the breathing. Wriggle the fingers and toes. Start to lift the arms and stretch them out from the rugs if you're under one. Lengthen from fingertip to toe. Roll to one side, arching your body on a hip, one of those hips. Roll the other way, arching your body the other side. And gently easing yourself back up. We'll finish with our shoulder movements, neck stretches. So roll the shoulders forwards and back. Just letting the right ear drop to right shoulder. And then very slowly, just let that head and chin start to fall forward to feel that stretch through the left shoulder more. And as that head, or when the head can't move any further, just let the chin gently fall more to center so the head slowly comes back, chin to chest. Breathe in to lift up, and we'll go left ear to left shoulder. And then slowly let that head gently fold forward, fall forward. Eventually that chin will come down close to the chest, more neutral, central. Windscreen wipe out across to each shoulder. And then gently lifting the head and rotating side to side. And closing the practice. So arms up, breathe in, hands to prayer. Sense of coming together, of integration, energy at the heart. And just observing how your body feels physically, energetically, and that mind and emotional level. And deep breath in. Side out. Nice deep breath in from and thumbs touching at the eyebrow center, connecting with clear thoughts, our lips for clear speech, and that love at the heart for self, for each other, and sending it out to the world. Thank you, everyone.